Hi, I'm Dr. Erin Ducat with Ducat Chiropractic and Sports Medicine here in Bloomingdale. This is a part of my office that most of my patients never get to see. This is actually my real office where I do my administrative work, chart exams, do insurance work, etc. The reason that we're hanging out in here today is I wanted to show you guys a few tips on how to set up your workstation ergonomically so you can reduce strain on your neck, your low back, as well as your wrists and shoulders. So first we're going to start here with the chair. I have a standard office chair. I'm making sure that this office chair is set up at a height so that when I extend my arms out like this, they're pretty much level with my wrist pads here. You don't want to have your chair so low that you're typing like this, and you don't want to be so high that you're actually dropping below that level mark. Also, my chair, I happen to have a lumbar roll. We use these a lot with our back pain patients, but also sometimes with our neck pain patients, because you can put it here in the small of your back and then extend over it to make sure that your spine is staying in that neutral position while you're working. They did a research study, man, this is probably years ago, and most Americans can only stay in good posture, even if they don't even have any pain, for maybe about 30 to 60 seconds before they start slouching. So having some support, even if you're not having pain, is a great idea. Now that you got your chair set, your wrist set here at your keyboard, you want to make sure that you try to stay off of a laptop keyboard as much as possible, and try to use a wireless, especially if you have a home office like this. Because the problem is if you're on a laptop a lot, and take this from me since I'm on a laptop whenever I'm in patient rooms, is that your hands actually have to be closer together like this, especially if you're using a smaller laptop or a Microsoft Surface, something like that. So a standard keyboard size allows your arms to be positioned more like this, which puts less of that rotational strain here on your shoulder. Now, I don't know if you can see here in the background, I've got my screen set on our website over here. But I also have two different risers set up for my monitor screen. That's because that's the amount of height that I needed for my monitor to make sure it's ergonomic. The top of the monitor should be at about eye level. So because I'm 5'10" and I'm using a standard chair, that's actually how high I need my monitor. So don't be afraid to buy additional risers or do whatever you have to do in order to get that monitor high enough for yourself. Now, I only use a single monitor. That's all I need. I don't need any more confusion in this room. But I know a lot of you are using two or multiple monitors. Make sure when you're doing that the monitors are set up exactly next to each other, okay, or exactly the same size, and then try to get that plastic edging on the outside of your monitor to be as small as possible. You want to make this as easy as possible for your eyes to move back and forth between those two monitors, and to really minimize head movement, back and forth or up and down as you're switching back. So just to recap, you need a good chair, good back support. Make sure that your wrists and your arms are basically level as you're working at the computer. The top of the screen should be at eye level, and then you want to be working on a standardized keyboard versus a laptop keyboard. Whatever you do, especially if you have a home office or you're working from home, don't sit on your, with your laptop on your lap in the lazy boy or something like that in the living room. That's a recipe for disaster, and more than likely within a few weeks you'll be giving me a call with a nasty case of either neck pain or sciatica. So really try to prevent that situation for you. But if you have any more ergonomics or office setup questions, feel free to ask on your next visit. And then you can learn more about us and then our practice or schedule online at www.ducatchiropractic.com, and then a link will be in the notes for this video. Thanks.